Hey folks, Andre here. Got a new gadget today. Just wanted to take a look at this. This is the Baldr, the Olight Baldr S. It's almost like my Baldr RL, which you've probably seen my other video for. I did the comparison with the Baldr originally. Did some running and gunning with that one, so that was a good video if you want to check that out. Uh, Last I did the Baldr RL. That's red light. Mini. It's a Baldr Mini, I should say. RL. So this time I've got the Baldr S. So there's the main difference here we're gonna find with this one is this one's a green light. I've kind of tempted to lean toward more toward the green light. The red light works good too, but the green light really shows really well. It's nice to have a change from the red light. The other day I was out in the sun shooting with this, and we had a little bit of overcast because there's BC fires going on right now. So the sky's a little smoky, but it was still pretty bright. Just the slightest bit of overcast, and at 20 yards I could still see my green laser beam. No problem. The red one would show as well, but I think the green one showed a little better on the paper at 20 yards with slight overcast conditions. It was that's pretty impressive for daylight. So for interior operations, guarantee you're always going to be able to see your green light no matter how many lights are turned on. The trouble with showing that with the video review is that the camera tends to not pick up the lasers very well. So that's a bit of an issue when you're trying to make a video. But the natural eye, like not in a camera, like I can see the light perfectly, as where the camera has a hard time picking up the lasers, on paper or wherever you're showing it. So it's a little difficult to show that in a video, but I can say from experience, with even just the slightest bit of overcast, at 20 yards, middle of the day, I can still see my green laser at 20 yards. So that's pretty good. Like I said, I kind of prefer that a little bit over the red myself. But here's the other main difference here. Okay, this is really what it comes down to, is the brightness of this light. That's what attracted me to try this Baldr S. I've got another pistol coming in the mail anyways, so I'm going to use this one on my other pistol. Probably for my Glock, I'm going to keep this one on. So yeah, this one's 800 lumens as opposed to 600, and this little light was mind blowing. In the last video we showed anyways. So yeah, let's do a little comparison here. We're going to test the brightness, but here's the other thing we're going to test too. We're going to find out with the brighter light, are we going to have less time before the battery dies? Now it's great, this thing's rechargeable. You want to recharge you got the USB cable and just the magnets on like that. Plug it in, about 40, maybe 50 minutes to charge. It's pretty impressive, and you get like a green light on here, so it shows you it's charging. Got the low battery light indicator. Obviously that's not going to go on right now. I just charged these things. So we're going to compare the two lights for starters as far as brightness. And after that, we're going to find out exactly how long does each one last before the battery dies. So let's do that now. Okay, so personally, I always find the best way to go about seeing how bright something is check in the middle of the day while there's daylight coming in through the window, and also while you're looking at a light that is turned on. So here is the Baldr. I'm going to get back a little bit. So that's the first one, the Baldr RL. So that's the old one, 600 lumens. Okay, so you can see it's brighter than the light that's in here. Well, what do you think between the two? That's the Baldr S. It's definitely brighter than the light that's in the house here. Let's throw this one back on. You can see it side there. Let's try one more time with the Baldr S. Yeah, that's definitely brighter. That's way brighter. I would say 600 to 800 ratio. Yeah, I would agree with that. So now we'll run a test. I'm going to leave both of these lights on and time at which one dies at which time. And then that way we can find out, is there a disadvantage to having more brightness? You know, because I mean, really, if they both last just as long, there's no disadvantage, only an advantage to having the brighter light. So let's check it out and see. Now I'll wait and time it, and I'll let you know when it's done. Okay, so the results are in. It actually surprised me, the results. I thought the brighter light would die quicker, but it didn't. There is not a lot of difference between the two. 36 minutes for the older style, the Baldr Mini. Okay, so the Baldr Mini, and for the new and improved, brighter one, the Baldr S. Let the focus there. The Baldr S. Okay, which is 800 lumens as opposed to the old 600 lumens on the Baldr Mini, right? I thought the brighter one would die quicker, but it didn't. So they're pretty close, though. 36 minutes for the Baldr Mini, the older style. Now for the Baldr S, it actually lasted 42 minutes before dying. So brighter light and, at least in this case, slightly longer battery life. So I can't say there's any disadvantage to the brighter light. It looks like it's an improvement all the way around. So I now have a nice green light Baldr S, green laser when I throw on the laser sight, and my Baldr Mini RL, the red light. It's still a good light. I'm still happy with it. So that's going to go on the other pistol I got coming in the mail. And then, yeah, so overall, I can't say there's any disadvantage. Only perks to the new Baldr S, which is 800 lumens. So, hopefully you folks, enjoy the video, knowing a little bit more about this now that I've got one myself and can show you, and I've showed you the differences in the brightness and even battery life. So good stuff. Well, thanks for watching, folks.